Alright. That's cool. Oh no. Oh yes. It's one of these days, y'all. Fuck is up? What the fuck is good, y'all? I'm fed up. Look, this nigga is Masonic. He got on orange and he got a black and white umbrella. I got on orange and his Adidas all day. I dream about say, oh my gosh. This nigga's Luciferian. Look, watch my tongue. My eyes shoot up. There's some potency. Probably inorganic. Probably a GMO. You was good, brother. What's the word intended? I feel like Rick Ross. What's really good though? It's weird ass weather out here in NYC. Check the sky out. If you can see what I mean. Like it's sunny, not sunny, cloudy, of course. However, it's bright, and the clouds are like all kinds of shapes, forms, and sizes. You know, I figure I'd go live and kind of interact real quick. I know that most of the people who are into what I titled this video about, or this live stream, Syncretism and such, are most likely watching another channel right now, and which is cool. Facts though. Individual one. So what's good, man? I brought up syncretism because I find that something that comes naturally. Well, not really, but I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it means. I just know sync, right? Sync means something to be in sync or in tune. You know, synchronize, synchronism is probably what I'm known for in a sense. Synchronism, right? Like synchronized swimming. I see parallels in a lot of things, right? So for me, it kind of started with the dictionaries, right? When I was around 13 or so, my pops, my dad, father, right? Biological father, came over to where I was living, right? And brought some books, brought a bunch of books, brought Webster's Third New International Dictionary, Annals of America. I mean, it was like a truckload of stuff, like a whole library. Like for me, it was like Alexandria just got dumped in my house. Right? So I tuned in and I looked at inside of the dictionary, they H-O. But yeah, right. I could literally Well, I could do some shit like this, right? H-O. What's T in the deaf language? Some shit like this. T-C. But anyway, word. When you look up the letters, right, in that Webster's dictionary, I think they have like a where you study the letters. So I started thinking about not just the words that come from the letter, but the actual letters and why is the letter like A first in our language, right? A, B, C, D. So I started looking at the letters and noticing things about them. Like what would make A synonymous to one, right? When you look at the letter A, it's like a cap, like a pyramid, like a triangle or an angle, right, with a line, right? So there's a whole space and then there's more to it. There's all different kind of ways to look at it. If you were like, say, like you're in an art gallery and you just saw this letter A and you never saw an A before. Like, you know, people study and they analyze it like, look, there's one angle here, there's another angle, or a line, two lines, and then line across the middle. And then you look at the B, which is one line, and then a curved line to boop, and another curved line too. You could look at it like that, right? And then the letter C is just like one curve, right? So to me, A and C are kind of like the same, but then the A has another line in the middle. It's, you know, where I'm going with this, it all is all relative to it's all relative to whatever's going on. You know, so like when someone says that you're an alpha male, why is alpha connected again to the one, right? The A, the one, the alpha, right? The omega is supposed to be the end, right? The circle, the zero, the whole completion, right? So has the A shape does the A shape have anything to do with the one? I mean the zero? You understand what I'm getting at? Like the zero shape is a whole. All right, let me try this. All right, this is still like not the real thing, right? Like say you see the A will go like this, right? 1, 1, 1, 3 things, right? But the circle is an O, right? Like it's complete. There's no, like the A has continuation. You see what I'm saying? There's a cutoff point which makes a circle, but then there's continuation, or an angle, a closed angle, which would be that triangle in the A, and then there's a continuation, right? The B has the straight line, but then it's like goes back into itself. Could there be continuation? It could be. But as far as we see, there's none. There's just that B, right? The C is still open. The D is still a line, and then the E is another line. The F is another line. The G is just line, but it's curved. The H is another line. The I is another line. The J is another line, then it's curved. The K is another line, the L is another line, the M is another line, then it's bent. Every third, that's some shit I never even peeped. That's some other shit I ain't peeped. So what we have M, then there's the N is another line, and then we have this O, right? Then after the O, we have another line, it's the P. Then we have a circle with a line through it, Q, right? Then we have another line down in the R. Then we have a squiggly line in the S. Straight line, then a curved line. Another straight line in the V, then a curved line in the W, straight line, curved line. X across, Y line, Z. So we're dealing with circles and lines. Circles and lines. Like the binary code. Nope. But in a letter form? I don't know. It's just something that came across my mind just now. But when we deal with the capital letters, we see lines and circles. Lines and circles. Right? I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know. I really don't. But it just seems like there's something to ponder upon if thou seem to want to ponder upon something. Right? So, yeah. That's about it, man. That's about it. You know, I was in a chat today earlier on Discord, a room called Debate Flat Earth. I didn't know this was a whole room of people who just don't think that the Earth is flat. Now, I really, at this point right now today, I don't care what you believe in regards to the shape of the Earth. I really don't. If you ask me what it is, I want to get beyond that, past that. I'm so serious. Like, it ain't about that to me. It's not about the shape of the Earth. You know, but inside of this group, they try to box you into shape of Earth. And I'm like, yo, that's not what it's about. Especially after speaking with someone like Sophia Stewart, who was asked the question. And she was like, doesn't matter. What matters is how you live, how you treat, how you move on and in this place while you're here and stuff like that. No? So, that's my story. Outside of that, man, it's trying to get back into business, man. I'm trying to figure out where I'm really gonna go online. I'm gonna get back into online marketing soon, most likely. You know, I literally love to help new people get started, new people master online marketing and shit like that. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, because. If we're not focused on accruing wealth and being wealthy, then we're nuts. Because in order to really make it happen and do what you want to do and have the freedom that you want, you gotta have the money. Regardless if you're supposed to or not. By default, it's a necessity. If you want to see me right now, you're not in Brooklyn or at least 50 miles away. You're gonna have to travel some kind of way, most likely, if you want to make it happen in a time frame that will allow you to, you know, I don't know. If you want to save time, you want to make it happen quickly, right? If I wanted to go to Florida or Australia, I wouldn't want to swim there from New York, right? I'd want to jump on a plane because I would think that would be the fastest way to go, right? So I would have to have the money to pay the pilot to drive me there, right? So online marketing is a way that I find that you can keep your integrity, be about whatever you want to be about, build an audience, engage that audience, and eventually sell to that audience. So if you're in a indentured slavery kind of situation now, you got a 9 to 5 or whatever the case may be, keep that going. Keep it going, keep it flowing, and use some of that income. Take a small amount, as much as you can, to invest in you. Do you think that you can lose by investing in you?